even know that I was depressed. In fact, as educated as I am, I used to think that depression is something poor people go through. Poor and unfortunate, underprivileged people go through. I thought like maybe because they don't have enough money, maybe because they're undergoing so much lack and insufficiency, they can't help but feel low, inferior, and in their shell. But guys, with all that I still have, depression still managed to get me. I wasn't born with a silver spoon, but my daddy did great. I mean, from at least age 8, 9, 10, my daddy was so wealthy, he contested for gubernatorial elections. He almost became a governor. That's how wealthy we were. He's a professor in mathematics education as I speak. Senior lecturer in universities. My mom, a health medical practitioner. My mom also a barrister at law. Me, I'm an accountant. Like, money was never the problem. When I graduated, I progressed into Nollywood, where I made fame in no time. And of course, with fame came money, but still I managed to be depressed. Now, let me give you a little background on depression. Depression is a mental dysfunction, and generally speaking, many things can trigger mental illness or mental dysfunction. It could be from the genes. When it runs in your DNA, you can't escape it. If you're lucky to have escaped it by virtue of genes, something that will happen or may have happened in life could trigger it, like trauma. Loss of a loved one can trigger depression. Accidents causing a head bump can trigger mental illness, depression. Pregnancy and childbirth can trigger mental illness. Poverty can trigger mental illness. Now, let's stay on track with depression. Because it is a mental disorder, you literally have to reprogram your mind to escape it. I say this a lot on my stream. Nothing that has happened to you there's nothing that's happened to you that has not happened to anybody in life. Whether it was rape, or it was just a heartbreak, or you lost to somebody, your father, your mother, your child, it happens to people. Whether it was a robbery attack, whatever it was, it is, whatever. It has happened to people, meaning that you shouldn't let it consume you. It might seem deep, but honey, I challenge you to think of it as not that deep. Because it is because of how much you carry it, the magnanimity of it, how mountainous it cuts across in your head. That's how, when you remember it, you're scared of the thoughts, scared of the feeling, afraid to go there. The memory haunts you. You're unable to sleep. It messes you up. You're scared. You have anxiety. You have panic disorder. You have sleepless nights. You're losing weight. You're becoming antisocial. And that brings me to the valid question. Is it worth it? The fact that that incident that happened, that you're holding on for so long, is wrecking you. Tell yourself that it's not that deep. Life is 1% what happens to you and 99% how you react to it. Whatever it is, shake it up. It's gonna be hard, but shake it off. Stand up. Look in the mirror. Tell yourself it's okay. It's okay. As far as I'm alive, there's hope for me. As far as I'm alive, I'm winning. It's fine. Take a bath. The question was, how can you escape depression emotionally and physically? Emotionally, first of all, I have said that you need to let go of that incident that depresses you. It's always something. So emotionally, sleep. There are sleeping pills for you. It's not only people that are hospitalized that deserve sleeping medications. Even you that seem fine, that can eat, run, walk, those pills are for you, because your brain needs to shut down. If you keep thinking and thinking about that thing that is depressing you, what will happen is that you will keep plunging deeper into that hole of darkness. And with more depression will come a lot of ugliness. You're gonna look distressed. You will look like a crazy person because you're not sleeping. If you sleep, you're sleeping minimally. And because you're depressed and you have lost taste for life, you don't even care again about how you're looking. You will now look anyhow you look and go anywhere. Even your thought process is not thorough because you're not sleeping well. I say this often. When you sleep well, you think well, you feel good, you look good. So when you're depressed and you come out, some people are depressed, they don't even shower. They don't find the need. When you do that, people will distance from you because you go get smell. Even if you take a bath, but you didn't put attention into details, like using a deodorant, ironing your clothes. You know, it's in the details, you know. Looks at everything, appearance is everything. Emotionally, you teach people how to treat you by the way you present yourself. If you let depression, it will mess you up. You look like a fool and come out. Love Pachi. Thank you, baby. So emotionally, take care of yourself. Thank you, Kanye. Indeed, I've won. Refuse to let depression pull you down. Life is a battlefield. It's always something. We're always fighting something. If it's not sickness you're fighting, you're fighting to climb the career ladder. You're fighting to make a living. You're fighting to fend for your family. You're fighting to leave a mark. You're just fighting to conquer, fighting for greener paths. It's always a fight. So why will you let your own fight pull you down? And let me tell you, Cheesy Beke, thank you, baby. Let me tell you again about financially. You can't make money financially too if you're depressed. Because you're not thinking well. Your creative juices are not flowing. You're not motivated. You're not excited about life. You're laid back. You're withdrawn. You're behind. And the sad thing is, whether you realize it or not, life is moving on. So get up and go. Tell yourself, this thing that happened to me will not swallow me, and it won't. It's a battle of the mind. Let go of it. Let me tell you how you can conquer depression. Make conscious efforts, I said. Now, exercise. Exercises are good for you. When you exercise, your body secretes mood stabilizing enzymes called endorphins. That's why you will hardly see a sporty, athletic, or a gymnast that has anger issues. They hardly vex. In fact, they're not a vex. It'd be like all that sweat that you secrete from sweating, working out. It just makes light of your mood. You're always in a happy mood. I guarantee you, exercises does that. I am a living witness. I heard it works. I tried it and I've been in the best mood ever. Stanley Sweet, thank you. Now, exercise. The thing about exercises is, I know exercises are tedious to do. So people tend to run away from it. But let me tell you something. It's not how hard you go at it. It's how consistent. You don't even have to go to an actual gym, because I know that tends to make it even a longer process. You know, all that whole 5 a.m. waking up, you can't go gym. You don't need, just find a corner in your room. Jump up 30 times. Stretch another 30. Sit up another 30. 30 minutes of something is fine. Make it a habit. And you see that you begin to feel different. Aside looking good, of course. Exercises make you look good. But it ultimately makes you feel good. And when you feel good from the inside, you can implement it on the outside by taking care of the external. It starts from the interior. And then it reflects on the exterior. When you feel good, you look good. After looking good, what follows after that? You make moves that will benefit you. That's now you going financial. Pizza. Hi, Pizza. Exercise. Sleep. Sleep sufficiently. Some of you don't know that while you're unable to sleep sufficiently,